Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. It's 2:20 p.m. How you doing? I'm fine. Thanks for asking. I am chilling. I woke up later and had some lunch, sat around a little bit, and now we're here. It's time to play Monster Train. Nothing new, truly. Not a lot going on, Recording videos, trying to work up the motivation to work on that deck builder video I told you about. I haven't found. I tried to write something out last night. Tried to sit down and write out some words about it, and I couldn't get anything. I'm going through a little bit of writer's block, I feel, but who knows? Maybe I'll pull through eventually. I'm sure, and I'll get it. Maybe. Braid video's been in the works for like 6 months. I should bring back the 11:30 game. I should look for another game to play like that. Maybe I'll play The Witness. You guys want to watch The Witness? I used to play a few months ago. I was playing like 11:30 a.m. I just pick some puzzle game and play it. Basically, I played Patrick's Parabox and then I played Braid, and then maybe I'll play The Witness. Could be fun. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get going. Awoken, Exile, Hellhorned. We got Explosive Sigil, Shadow, Diligent, Wildwood Sab, Ritual Battle, and Snare. Yeah, Patrick's Parabox was a really fun game. I played Haiku the Robot in that time slot too. A lot of fun stuff. I like doing those games, even though they get a little less viewership. We're gonna take Railhammer here, by the way. They get less viewership, but it's like, something different, something a little more personal, I like to feel. Play Spike Sentient here. I don't like Explosive. I think it's playable, but not very good. We have a Ritual starter, so we have a damage scaling starter in Awoken, Awoken being the clan with great survivability and really strong units. So, I'm going to play the thing that sets Awoken apart from every other clan in the game, I feel anyway, is Awoken has I didn't need to play Train Steward here, you fool. Awoken has like 3 or 4 units, I think, that are... I play Wildwood Staff. I'm gonna agree. Awoken has like 3 or 4 uncommon units that are winning in most situations, I think. Because I think it's 3. Because you have Animus of Will, Husk Hermit, and Shattered Shell, right? 2 sweepers and a 3x attacker. So comboed with a very nice clan in Hellhorned, you have because you also have, now you have great combos for the sweepers with Branded Warrior, you have Horned Warrior just as worse Animus of Will. You got some good stuff here. It's not Chase Seraph. I'm actually going to pick Steel Enhancer here because I have a damage scaling plan here in Ritual. So we can take Steel Enhancer for a nice little bit of extra survivability. It's not a lot, but it's something. Similarly, Welder Helper, fine. I think the best unit... I think Shattered Shell's a little worse because we have Spike Sentient, but at the end of the day, a unit that says Sweep is a unit that says Sweep. However, Husk Hermit is a little bit better here. I am down for a Quick. I think Husk Hermit does very well with a Quick. However, I have 250 gold. Check the artifact here real quick. These are all similarly just fine. Tempered Talisman makes it more than doubles restores effectiveness, which is good. This adds up a lot. Unbroken Horn is okay. It closes off X cost, and Hammer Chestplates is fine. I think I would pick. I'd pick Tempered Talisman here. Now, I'm gonna reroll for Multi-Strike. Yeah, okay. You can disagree with that if you want. I think it's fine, pretty much. I don't think you need Quick, and I think Multi-Strike is better. The reason you have to reroll there like that is because if you want to play... yeah. That's terrifying. Wow, that seems really bad, doesn't it? Because I drew Ritual on turn 1. I'm going to take a lot for that. Anyway, Quick, I just don't think... I think you can play around not hitting Quick, but without Multi-Strike, I think this run is going to be much harder to navigate. This guy's gonna beat the shit out of me. Ritual lets me do 25. Queen's Impling lets me do... Oh, no, Queen's Impling doesn't let me do more because I lose 10 damage because he doesn't hit the spikes. Oof. That's gonna hurt. I think it's... Yeah, it's 18 damage. Funnily enough, it's a 9 times 2. Crazy how that happens. So we play Queen's Impling here to live this. It's a shame because I don't have a great way. I mean, with Quick here, I would have no problems whatsoever. I might have actually put myself into a losing position, but great Ensnare draw. This is where all of these little cards I've taken, like the +3 especially, comes into play actually. And the Welder Helper is not a little card. Welder Helper is a big card. What the hell? Hey, check the tapes there. I don't think my hand was on end turn. I accidentally bumped my mouse when I put my hand down, and I guess I ended my turn. Can I use the side buttons to end my turn? That'd be wild. Bramble Ash is a great card here with Spike Sentient. Really, really good card to play around. Yeah, I think the event is good. It's like, it's another piece in the, and it's maybe too far in the I have a lot of backline killing potential now, but, you know, Animus of Will, fine. Yeah, back to what I was thinking about the Steel Shot. Basically, if you buy Quick, you can't reroll for Multi-Strike, so I think the chance to hit Multi-Strike is worth more than the Quick, because I'm going to be rerolling other Steel Shots here, probably. Okay, Endless Large Stone. I mean, it's really... Rerolling Quick is only particularly bad if this shop is specifically Endless Large Stone. However, this is Monster Train, so of course it is. Petrified Heart, really bad. +25 isn't very good. I'll take the Blood for Blood. +25 is bad, of course, because... Well, you know. It's just taking up an upgrade slot for what? I'm gonna skip this. I should not do the Pact here. I should wait, because either Sweeper or Multi-Striker are fine in this combat. It doesn't matter which one I draw. I drew both. But going up to 50 is kind of scary. I'm not very happy with how this run is initially looking. I gotta tell you. I think it could be a lot better. But I guess I'm mostly just unhappy that I took all that damage, but I took all that damage of my own volition, I guess. It's my own fault when you get right down to it. Here's the thing. I cannot play a unit on top 4 here. That's what you gotta notice. Ensnare. Because I need to be able to play at least one ritual, or else I'm gonna be in trouble. Yeah, and if I play a unit and then I draw ritual here, I will be in trouble. Because I will not be able to play the ritual because of Ember Drain. That's called higher order thinking, something I haven't been doing a whole lot of lately in Monster Train. Let me take 3 here. That's the planning ahead aspect. Oh, we actually also heal because I took Blood for Blood. I always take Blood for Blood and then forget about it. I personally don't believe it's right to try and min-max enemies walking to your pyre. I just don't think it's worth the effort, honestly. I would much rather just let it be and let Blood for Blood be, oh yeah, I mitigate a little damage here. Cool. You can try to min-max it for healing, but I just find it to be annoying. More than anything else. Alright. Good fight. I'm actually fine with where we are in this run. Another reason not to buy Quick. Wildwood Tome exists. However, Rage plus Adaptive Mutation, anyone? Also Alloy. This is like, I would pick all 3 of these. Rage Adaptive Mutation is a hard W. I think it's hard to pass. And I will skip this. We're going to play a Sweeper with Rage Adaptive. We'll play Draw Energy. We'll pop off here. No steel shops for a while. That's a shame. There's not a temple in the next ring. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and buy my infusion now. Then. Let's go get removals. A relic is also nice. Floating fungus is fine. This run has a regen. I haven't been paying attention for value stone. I don't think there was a value stone. I think it was +30. I feel like if I see value stone, my eyes will light up. And I always go, huh, can I play that here? Is this useful? Even if I'm not actively looking for it. Like, often I'll talk about it and it'll be on the forefront of my mind. I want value stone. It was not like that here, but nonetheless, bristling to please. What else? Alright. I think the sleeper card in this run is gonna be... I'm gonna skip this. If I had quick, I would take that trial, so it comes back around, but I will stand by the choice every time. I think the sleeper pick here for cards that are gonna secretly do a lot more work than you expect. What a mouthful. I think the sleeper pick is Bramble Lash. Maybe I should have picked Energy. What do you think? Because Energy would let me get a Ritual Battle on turn 2. And that would be kind of nice here. Yeah, I have to play Ritual. I don't want to take a Trillion. Yeah, this makes me +1. It's a shame because I missed the Collector, but you gotta do what you gotta do there. Oh wait, no, I take 0. I always think that Blood for Blood is a 6 heal. You know, I know why. I think that because the... Oh, I wanted to play the Restore. It shifted in my hand. You saw it shift in my hand. Tell me you saw it. Anyway, I think it's a 6 because the effect, like the event that makes you get it, the event costs 6 HP to get Blood for Blood. I'm telling you, it shifted in my hand. You gotta believe me. You believe me, right? You saw it shift in my hand early. Blood for Blood has done a lot of heavy lifting in this combat. I think I just ignore this guy, because at worst he's gonna hit me for 5. 50, 20. I want to go to a Ritual Town. Adaptive isn't that good right now. Which one of these? And we have a lot of Restores played, but this is a 13, this is an 18 times 2, and I don't do any damage. Yeah. I do have Bramble Lash. $329. Let me try it again. I think it's hard. You know what I think? I think I need to play bottom floor. I just autopiloted myself to top floor going, yeah, of course I play top floor here. I think I have to play bottom floor, man. I need to stop just assuming what I'm doing is wrong when I think to play bottom floor, because I really always just assume that playing bottom floor is the wrong play. It's the right play here, but I've basically gaslit myself into thinking it's the wrong play a lot of the time. I'm like, oh yeah, of course we would play top floor here. You always play top floor. That's not right. But I've lost one too many times on this, and now I think it's wrong. I'm gonna take a lot more damage for it, but then I'm gonna not die to the boss, right? And you gotta be ready with the not dying to the boss is better idea. I'm gonna ignore that, all of it. I am gonna focus on regen, I think, more than anything else. I'm -1, but I don't want to take the hit to my energy. Yeah, look at that. I gotta break out of this mental block I have with Monster Train, where I go, oh yeah, I have to play top floor here. I have to give it like an actual amount of thought, I think. Play bottom floor against that boss, or at least think about it, you know, because a lot of times I just play it automatically and I go, ah yeah, I don't have to think about this, and I do have to think about it, but you know, one too many times I've played bottom floor and then had, oh, why the hell would I play bottom floor here? That was an obvious loss line come across my desk. Of course you would never play bottom floor there. And now here I am. Playing top floor and dying. Really, it just comes down to I have to think about it, but this run is so gross. This shit is so disgusting. It's tough. I don't know. Minor Refraction is a waste of my slots. Major Refraction is just not very good. I guess I will, what, Big Imp? Yeah, we can do Big Imp. I don't actually want Big Imp. I don't want any of this here. Give me Minor Refraction Train Steward and maybe it chumps something in the next combat, I guess. The thing about Big Imp is going to get in the way, and it's going to get Ember Drained. Ritual Battle. No. Ritual Battle, yeah. I can double stack a Wildwood Sap. It's hard to play that card, but if it's important, it'll be good. Depends on what the boss is, basically. Yeah, it's good for Crystal Cloak, pretty much. I am not going to Heaven's Seal. We are not having the sort of run where you Heaven's Seal. Now we can go back to playing the top 4 play. This looks unlucky. Pretty sure I've had like 80 and 90 pack shard combats that look easier than this enemy does. Huh. Am I just gonna die? Well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? I don't think that that's very good at all. Oh, you know what I should do? Yeah. The trick here, there is a trick. The trick here is I need to play... I actually have to play Queen Zimpling. And... oh, but the armor happens. Ah. Oh, okay, it doesn't matter. The thought was maybe I draw Bramble Lash, but the armor would stop it anyway. Well, there is no trick. I'm just gonna take a lot of damage. The trick is I'm taking, 60 damage. Cool. Thank you, Monster Train. Very cool. I like that. We love to see it. So I can use, and I think I will be now using Tiresome Climb to try to sneak some health back into my run. Like so, although we need to look ahead and go 39 times 2. And you're hitting me for 1. So this is a net positive. 88. Oh, because no armor. Yeah, okay. Cool. Sure. This run would pop off with a Vapor Funnel. Root here. Adaptive takes you to 67. I guess you play Adaptive. I just need to, like, have my run become a little better. Obviously, but, like, actually, it is really grim. I gotta say. Wildwood Sap. I can't play Tiresome Climb here. I will die. Something like this, yeah. We're at 15, 14. I have a lot of regen here. Regen is also twice as effective thanks to Bloating Fungus, so Crystal Cloak is a bit easier. I don't want to take Ember Drain. Yeah. Nice. Really unlucky first turn, I gotta say. You hate to see it on 50 pack shards. It's not like I made some sort of horrible mistake there. I went in here with 50 pack shards. It's a reasonable amount of pack shards to have at this point in time, and I got double infused on the first wave against Harvesters of Death. That's the low roll that kills you sometimes. I hate Spreading Spores. Man, I really cannot afford to play this card. I'm not picking it. I could take another Bramble Lash, but I need to skip. I want to make this deck better, not worse. Skip here, and that card makes it worse because it's too expensive. When we get energy, we can start thinking about that stuff again. Multi-strike here, for sure. Oh, Monster Train. We're having a bad day, aren't we? Oh, Monster Train. No, Value Stone Bramble Lash. The idea is, I know I skipped a Bramble Lash, but now the idea is I can probably make a few more of those. There's only one duplicate left, and it has to go to Ritual. At this point, I would just call this unlucky, too. Ultimately, when you get right down to it, I don't think it's really right for me, the way that I play this game, to play around this situation. I think if you go 3 Steel Shops and you miss Multi-Strike in 3, when I play, you may play the game differently, but I play the game in a way where a line like this is just a loss, and that's fine. I don't sweat it too much. You can go for the 100% win rate plays, but I don't know. I haven't really taken the time to figure out when you stop looking, and I think that's what I would have to do next if I wanted to try to not have this be just a hard loss. When do you give up on hitting Multi-Strike and move on? Because I have two hits. When do you stop? That's the question. I don't really know. What is the magic shop going to give me? Also an important question. I also don't really know. These guys do hurt me. So if I can adaptive, but I think I need to wait on the adaptive. They're at 2 HP. Ashamed. Oh, big tiresome climb draw. He still hits me. That's what's fucked up. He still gets me here. But it's less damage, so you gotta be happy with it. Well, you don't have to, but I'm going to be. Because he was about to hit me for 36. Cool again. These guys are all only 1 damage, so I don't care that much. I'm assuming I hit another time around on the adaptive, right? It's still in here? Yeah. Adaptive is my big play. That's the big winner here. Am I really 1 damage off? And there's a Daze Shard here? Alright. That's fair. No, you got me. I'll put the Welder Helper out, but... What is it? He goes... No. I don't know what you do with the Welder Helper. I'm gonna put a Train Steward out instead. He takes a hit. That's kind of good. Dude, this run with Vapor Funnel would look so much nicer, too. Alright, Adaptive Mutation, it's your big play. That didn't look very good. I gotta tell you. That did not look very strong, Adaptive Mutation. We get 3 damage here. Okay, hold on. Bramble Lash. Now I'm off by quite a bit. I don't really know what you're meant to do differently here. I'll look again, but I think that this is the sort of run that's like, this is why I don't go on big win streaks, it feels like, is because I just play like this, and then sometimes you whiff and die. I want to try, I guess what I want to try here is separating the Sentient from the Husk Hermit. But I don't really know what that's gonna do. It feels like my rituals just aren't strong enough. But I guess let's give this a try. The problem is that he just gets 1 shot, doesn't he? Does he not just die in 1 hit? I don't know. I don't know. I think what's gonna happen is if I win this combat, it's gonna be because of some sort of like unbelievably different draw that changes our life. And that's not gonna feel great. Also, the Sentient is going to die eventually. Also, if I wanted to play Adaptive Mutation, I have to duplicate Adaptive Mutation. I don't know, it doesn't feel like my rage scaling should be this bad. Yet, it really is not very good, is it? Tiresome climb. I want the Sentient to live another round here. Maybe I need to focus on killing these imps off. The problem is that this is the classic Queen Zimpling problem of I can't play around Queen Zimpling because it's too dang expensive. I can't pay 1 for Queen Zimpling. I guess in hindsight here, the big difference maker for this run is actually I should have played energy and not card draw. I think that's the big difference maker here. I think that's what I would change, but I feel like an increasing number of my runs have been this like, hey, I'm gonna play Big Sweeper, and then Big Sweeper just dies to Arcus and goes, oh yeah, it doesn't work here. Weird. Because like, yeah, there's no way this is enough damage. I'm not even close. I'm very dead. It's extremely over. Oh, okay, so this is, I don't know exactly where I'm going to cut this in, but I thought about it a little more. And I went, you know what I could do instead of just ending the episode there? If I don't feel like recording a second run, I could just replay this run. I don't know why I've never thought of this before, but replaying this run will be... the reason I don't want to play another run is because I don't want to record for like, you know, an hour to an hour and a half. It probably won't be that long, but you know. And so I can speed through the early parts of this run instead of starting a new run because we already know that stuff, and we can just go, we can basically zoom through to the critical points I think matter. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know exactly where else to place this in. I'll probably put it right when, because I took some time at the end. I think what I'll do, I took some time at the end and I overviewed what I think went wrong in this run. I think I'll put this in before I do that because I talked for a while, and I will summarize it as I need to not miss in 2 steel shops and then go to a third one. I thought about it and I was like, well, I didn't really need to go to that third steel shop, right? Right. If you look back, I went to this one here, right? I went here, and realistically, I should have gone here. Also, I think the other thing I didn't mention is I think I needed to go to this hell vent. Or realistically, maybe I needed to not go to this steel shop. Does the game feel really quiet, by the way? Oh, it does. What the hell? My headphones got turned down. Anyway, so yeah, I want to replay the key points of this one with the knowledge we have. I want to play it. So basically, there's an amount of decisions I made that I think you would always make. Like, we're gonna try to do this in good faith, right? I don't want to play this one out with no thought. Or rather, with the perfect information, right? I'm not going to skip these steel shops. So I'm going to play the first 2 rings pretty much exactly the same. That's what I want to do here. So let's get to it. I would pick Railhammer again. I would pick the money again, and I would pick the spikes again. All of this stuff I think is standard. You'll have to believe me when I say I'm going to do my best to make sure I don't use any prior information. Also, in playing this as a challenge, I think I can make the little... Oh yeah. That's the good stuff. So I will mostly speed through this. I'm gonna play it like this. I made this mistake last time, and I wanted to do this instead. I wanted to play both Queens and Blings, but for the most part, I'm gonna play this out pretty quickly and pretty straightforward. I think we're just gonna. I thought it through, and I went. Also, yeah, missed the collector if you play it like this. Interesting. Didn't think about that, did you? The way I played this before perhaps was a little better. I think it's similar. Anyway, I want to just play it through, and I want to think about some of the key differences I made. This is really interesting too. Do you get caught here? Nah, okay. The first, I think through Daedalus, everything I did makes perfect sense, and I wouldn't change any of it. Except for maybe the... No, I'm going to play it all the same. I'm going to pick Steel Enhancer. I stand by my choice. I wonder if I shouldn't pick Welder Helper, though. I actually think Welder Helper was a mistake. I took it because I went, oh yeah, well I have Railhammer here. But I wonder if Railhammer was a mistake. I'm clearly playing this regen-based plan. I'm gonna pick Hidden Passage. I know I said I was gonna play it all about the same, but this is something I didn't even think of, you know? So we go Steel Shop, we go, oh yeah, we go in here, we go Husk Hermit, we go, let me see what's in the Horde, you think about this for a second, you go Tempered Talisman, and then I stand by the choice to reroll this shop. I would not change this. Because here's the thing, right? Despite everything, I don't think... I'm going to play it all exactly the same in the beginning. I don't think that I did anything particularly wrong. Well, rather, what I did wrong is I put myself into a low percentage losing position. There's because if I hit quick or multi-strike, we live Arcus in the last run, and we are 100% fine. That is a key point that I want to make sure I make to you. I think that part is fine. The thing that is a shame, the thing is I have to think about how much I want to cover those low percentage loss situations, pretty much. No reason to play Restore. I gotta think about how much I want to cover, like, oh, well, what if I miss, right? What if I don't hit here? You gotta think about that, and I think it's just a judgment call thing. Yeah, take 18 there, and then we take another 7 here. All of this is fine, I don't mind. It's Queen Zipling to chump it, and then you gotta play Wildwood Sap so we can recover. And then I have Hidden, or Ensnare here for this Foot Soldier. All of this is fine. You could play this combat a little bit better. I definitely think... well, actually, I don't know if you could play this combat a little bit better, but I'm not going to put the time in because... yeah, I don't really want to. I don't think that that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to replay... this stuff is fine. It happens. I don't think that I would skip the trial or anything like that. Sometimes that first enemy is infused. It's a risk I'm ready to take. Pick Bramble Ash here again. Maybe you're supposed to take Wildwood Sap, but I'd pick Bramble Ash. I think I'll take Vent again. And then I'd take Animus of Will. All of this I think is correct. I think that you can argue the semantics there a little bit. I do actually stand by going right here. I think that after taking the damage I took in Combat 2, getting the Pyre HP is smart. And then we would go here, we would reroll, we would go, ah, that sucks. We would go to the temple, we would go... yeah, no thanks. Don't want any of this. You could maybe take plus 10 piercing, actually. Blood for sure. All of this, I think, is very reasonable. Let's carry on. Nothing I disagree with so far. And all of these combats are pretty whatever. We're gonna play around Animus of Will again. Nothing interesting, right? Let's Kermit have a good time. He kills the first wave. I remember all of this. I wish there was a level faster than Super Ultra, but obviously that would be a little much. With Wildwood Saps. It's a little awkward since they're kind of wasted on this turn, but I don't think it's that bad. Could I ever, like, split the Forge Disciples? I think last time I rooted this guy, and that actually felt like a really weird play. When I looked at it, I think it would make more sense to do something like this. Yeah, okay, what if I did here, here? How do you feel about that? That feels like it makes a lot more sense. I don't think rooting him made a lot of sense last time. And then we have to play Ritual. Vent down here. All of this logical. The thing is, right, rooting that 5x2, things like that, those don't really matter. Those are the sort of choices that ultimately I don't spend a lot of time thinking about because for the purpose of the video, it doesn't make a big difference, does it? At the end of the day, if I'm taking like 1 or 2 more damage off of that, we're not gonna win or lose because of that usually. I try to avoid putting myself in positions like that. Here, give me the HP back. Hidden Passage generates you a little more HP, but I didn't have Blood for Blood when I was looking at that card, so it's not like you can be, oh, well, I should take it for Blood for Blood. Not like you can say that. Reasonably, anyway. Oh, I should take this because what if we see Blood for Blood? No, I don't think so. So, all of this makes perfect sense to me. The other choice that I want to think about actually is this rare pack. I think Adaptive Mutation is worse than I give it credit for. In my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, Adaptive Mutation, it's crazy, it's so good. I think it's worse than I think, but at the same time, like, this is a choice that's hard to make unbiased, because it's a lot easier to pick Wildwood Tome here knowing I don't have any Quick in the next 2 shops. I actually think I wouldn't pick Wildwood Tome here, because when you get right down to it, I have a multi-strike and I have 2 open upgrade slots on Husk Hermit. Hitting Quick and putting it on him makes a lot of sense. Like, this doesn't seem very good. I would pick Adaptive Mutation here. I would skip this. Now here's the big choice. This is this is why we're here. I want to take Energy. I'm replaying this run because I want to take Energy here. Now I want to give an extra moment of thought to this because I think I made this choice pretty swiftly. I think that the Hellvent is good if... Okay, so here's how I actually think. Even in this replay, I realize now I should have played this differently. What you should do here, given the circumstances at this location, you should not go to this steel shop. I think it makes sense because there's Pyre Remains here, but the chance of death in Daedalus is pretty low, especially... But we don't know we have Blood for Blood. But I wouldn't go here. I would actually go here, because what this does is it means that we guarantee a 1-cost ritual available for duplicate, which means I for sure have this. Oh man, that's the big stopper. Okay, I see it now. You see it now? I see it now. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, let's continue like this. I think that is the big difference maker, though. I think that's the moment where you go, like, my eyes have opened, right? because when you look again, my damage scaling is kind of low, and I don't have another duplicate. Hey, there I am. I don't have another duplicate anywhere until here, right? Which means my damage scaling is going to be low through the mid-game. We're going to take Bloating Fungus. Yeah. And Bristling, too. Okay, I think that that's good to notice. I also think I might want to stay lower on pack shards. This is also about figuring out how strong we are. I think I'm going to stay lower on pack shards until this temple. That feels like a little bit revisionist because I would usually do this, but we're actually pretty weak right now. That's what I have to recognize. We only have 2 3-cost rituals. It's pretty hard to stay afloat here. And Animus of Will and Husk Hermit are comparable at this point, I think. We're going to skip this. Okay. So this is a little bit of a... Like, these are minor changes to how I played it, but I think these 2 units are comparable, so let's give it a shot. Husk Hermit goes here. Yeah, so I want to say too, I just want to mention I'm gonna probably cut out my ending discussion points that I had at the end of the last attempt, because I talked for like 5 minutes and I feel like I can just summarize that pretty quickly here at the start of this video instead. But it is worth noticing that I'm gonna get a little bit clobbered. I'm playing bottom floor here to be able to meet the boss on the bottom floor because he's very scary. Yeah, this is gonna hurt me. I should play Vent up here at 0 energy, and I should play Queen Zimpling. Well, I guess Vent at this energy is fine too. I'm just gonna take the hits basically. It's not a lot of damage to take, and Blood for Blood mitigates it pretty heavily. I worry that I'll just die to the boss if I don't do this. He's healing to full anyway. Oh, I can root. I can root him. Yeah, I can root him. And then I should actually save the health, right? Because I don't think the boss kills me. Yeah, big point here. I have Blood for Blood, so the heavies aren't going to pose that big of a threat. And this should guarantee me a boss kill, because this boss is much weaker if you play bottom floor. Yeah, we take 17, heavily mitigated by Blood for Blood. That's the thought process there. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to pick Tiresome Climb again. I think that card is good. And I do not feel like you can go to the Hellvent here. I think it is right to go to the magic shop. But I think that the problem that I face now with Monster Train is that I need to, if I want to start winning runs like this one, I need to actually sit down and plan out the whole run. Maybe I'll try to do that. I'll try to look ahead. I'm going to try to do that moving forward. I know it's going to extend the videos a little bit, but I want to take like, I'm going to buy 2 removals here as well. Or no, I'm going to buy 1, because 1 should give me 1, and then I take this money, and that'll give me enough to go here and miss. Well, actually, we'll talk about it in the next ring. This isn't good. We're going to go Minor Refraction, Train Steward, of course. You could actually put a... Oh, you know what? In this version, you could supercharge the Animus. You could make it a 3x and then... Or give it the Major Stone and then infuse it away. That's fine. It's fine. Now, last time we got a big hit in on us. Yeah, wow, even at 35? Okay, Monster Train. This is a really interesting thing to see here. Whoa. What the hell? I'm 35 pack shards. Hey. Monster Train, hey, you can't do me like this. Come on. That's kind of fucked up. More than kind of. That's extremely fucked up that it can do that. I'm 35 pack shards. What the hell, dude? That's ridiculous. That's real fucked up. I'm in the yellow. Yo. I don't like that. I drew Bramble Lash this time. That's kind of wild. 44 times 3. I have to calculate if it's actually worth it to play Bramble Lash here. Because I'm probably going to end up getting hit by this guy now. I passed the buck a little bit here. If I Bramble Lash... I guess it is... 44 times 3 is 120... 132. So he's taking 152, and he's at 175. Okay, I will play Ritual. I'll take 1 hit. I take 8 damage. I think it's better than this because it should lower my damage taken on the future turns as well. Yeah. And even I get a Clip Shaman to walk on me here. I'm gonna start stacking regen. Indeed. Wonder if it's even... I don't know. I'm taking a lot of notes here on what feels right and what feels wrong. I think this is better than just hypothesizing, you know? And it's, like I said, I mostly just don't want to spend 100 hours recording, although I might end up spending 100 hours recording anyway, at this rate. It is a little bit hard to say. Like, the run is going to probably take me about 20 minutes. A little more, I guess, because we're about to enter unsure territory, so... What the hell, is that 67? It is. I'll play Queen Zimpling Tiresome Climb to get my HP back. That makes sense to me. But yeah, a more moderate approach. I think that this is another great case, by the way, to a long-standing opinion I've had about Monster Train lately. A long-standing opinion I've had about Monster Train, which is just don't take pack shards early if you want to win a lot. Save as many pack shards as you can for the end unless they're really good. Like, multi-strike on the Husk Hermit isn't that good. I'm not clicking in flame here. You can't pay me enough. Now, this is the other one. In this moment, you have to look at this and you have to say, where am I supposed to go? It's hard. This is an impossible choice to make unbiased, I think, because I am, at this point, I know that the steel shop is a whip, right? But I've missed on 2. It's obviously better to go right for me with the knowledge I have, but, and I guess we're here to go right anyway. That's what I'm here to do, but I don't know, man. It's really weird, I think. We're gonna do the Animus Infusion now. I don't think I would wait any longer than this. Although there is another temple, but I think I would get it now. And we're gonna go... I took Value Stone Bramble Lash last time. I want to go Value Stone Ritual this time. Because Value Stone Ritual opens up for holdover here. Yeah. That's the thing. Value Stone Holdover Ritual. All of a sudden my damage scaling problems are solved. And what's in the caverns? I'll pay you 15 HP. This is fine. I don't hate Conscription Notice. Now, another thing I want to notice here, by the way, is that the energy has felt significantly better than the draw. My common statement, though, is that I think that it's good to take draw first because draw first... Steelworker. Wow, yeah, we're gonna crush this fight. Okay, cool. My common statement, though, is that it's good to take draw first because you can get energy again later, but you can't get draw again later very easily anyway. You have to take the bad cards. But, you know, this looks so much better, doesn't it? I'm glad I replayed this though, because it's good to see things like this and go, oh yeah, I see the difference now. From here, this run is a slaughter. And it really is incredible how little you have to change. Like, it's only 1 or 2 different choices to make this run go from a nightmare to a hard stomp like this, right? Look at how much better this looks. Now, we did high roll our draw a little bit, I feel, but... going forward, I want to try to spend a little more time giving the thought Monster Train requires of me. I just want to take like a minute at the start of a run, because even this way I played it I think is not right. Now, why do I think this is not right? Let's talk about that for a second, because I think that you can, if you look at this run as it is right now and you go, oh, well, obviously this was the correct play, you should have just gone into that magic shop. Partially, yes, but it's a bit of a results-oriented way to think about this, because what happens if I go to the right and there's not Value Stone Holdover Ritual, right? This is a high roll. This is a big hit. I would pick Wildwood Tome. The rest of this is all, it's all in the books. What would happen if I went right and I missed there, right? Because, like, take a moment here. I know I said I don't want to spend a lot of time, but this is actually becoming more interesting as I go on. From this position, you can look at this. It's easy to look at it and go, well, oh, obviously you can't go to the steel shop. What if you miss? You got to go to the magic shop. What if you miss in the magic shop, right? What if you don't see value stone? What if you don't see holdover? In that case, I think the magic shop is better because the magic shop gives you a way to sneak past Arcus, which is buffing up Wildwood Saps again. However, all of this, I don't actually think that this ring is the crucial point. We high rolled and it made the combat look very free. I think the crucial point that I take away from this is I should have gone here to this magic shop and I should have taken 2 -1s on ritual because that guarantees our damage scaling in this ring. Either value stone and duplicate or duplicate the one that has 2 -1s on it now. And the reason that this is important and normally it would not be so important is because the duplicates are stacked and they're locked out of seeing another magic shop before that one. I think that's the big point, because if you look at it and you just go, oh, value stone, ritual, holdover, hell yeah, that's the obvious winning line. You just gotta go to the place where you're gonna hit. Well, if I hit multi-strike, this is also a similar situation, right? That's the point I want to drive home here. If I go left and I hit even slightly, because hitting holdover value stone ritual is a hit. That's a big, big payout. That's what you gotta be sure you're aware of. That's a hit on the level of hitting multi-strike quick in the left shop, I would say. So keep that in mind as well, right? Make sure you think about that. I'm gonna go adaptive ritual here. I think that what we want to do is we want to give ourselves run. We want to put our runs in positions where we don't have to hit. Now, the other part of this, though, that is worth mentioning is that because the Husk Hermit already has... I can't even infuse here. Because the Husk Hermit already has the multi-strike from Animus, it's not as important to hit multi-strike, so going to the steel shop was not the right play anyway. I think because going to the steel shop and hitting isn't quite as good as hitting on the right path, but hopefully you get the point that I'm making here. I think you do. I'm sure you do. But really, the takeaway here, the lesson to be learned is I gotta not get real mad. Not real mad. I gotta not do what I do in this game, which is miss at two steel shops and then go, oh yeah, well, I'll go to a third one. I won't miss again, surely. Because, like, you know, I probably won't miss again, but... Alright. Yeah, I think that all of this was reasonable, though. I don't think anything I did here was... Also, no reason to send that guy. Weird. I think it was good to look back at this and give it another chance. And see where we could end up. I could end it here, but we'll play it through. I don't think that there's really any way that we lose from this position, but we'll play it through just to be sure. We'll go pretty quickly, though, because it's just like adaptive, all of a sudden he's a 247 times 2. Everything looks crazy. This run that felt very unlucky was only a few steps away from a hard-crushing win, though, which is interesting. Always good to keep that in mind. Monster Train is a very small number of decisions away from a hard W a lot of the time. I find, anyway. But even this, I think that the way that I played this is more reasonable. I think the energy take is, I guess, back to a different thought that I was on, but then got distracted on. Draw is usually better, but I think that this was a run that kind of had to take energy because of the cost of the rituals. Even if you're drawing into them. There's quick. Well, no multi-strikes on this entire run, though. Like, ultimately, when you get right down to it, even though, and I agree, I have to play around the multi-strike misses, but, like, that's unlucky. I don't think that there's really any other way to look at it. It is not fortunate. Now, I didn't need multi-strike in this run. I have the Animus of Will Infusion on Husk Hermit. It wasn't a required part of the run. But that's still not fortunate. That is unlucky, I think. I don't think you can really argue that it isn't. It's pretty brutal of Monster Train to do that to me. But the important thing to take away from this is that even the worst looking runs are winnable. Yeah, I don't think I care about this. It takes a truly cursed seed to take you out, I think. I'm probably just gonna let these guys walk for the most part. I can tiresome climb occasionally. Oh wait, they don't actually walk up because of yeah. I see. Interesting. Fine, not a big loss. But they don't actually walk up because of jack strips. This one's a loss because I would have liked the HP, but for the most part I don't think it makes a big difference. This is a lot of damage, by the way. I should probably look at trying to mitigate it by ascending some 15-3s. Kind of hoping to draw quick a little earlier than this, but, you know, it is what it is. Whenever the game gets around to showing me my quick, it's in here, trust me. Trust me, Wildwood Tome is real. It's out there. Whenever the game gets around to it, I will feel better. I adapted first because of Ritual there, by the way. What a weird looking floor. I adapted first there because I didn't want to consume Ritual, sorry. That's the conversion on that thought that got lost. Quick Tome means I just start healing on my health bar back. I am gonna miss this Nexus spike, it looks like, but whatever. Yeah, I like this more. I do have to edit this video together now, but it's fine. I've been trying to keep the videos lower on time, as I've said many times, but also I feel like this is a worthy use of our time. I think that this is better, and I'm pretty sure we'll all agree on that. It's better to just see it instead of go hypothetically, is my feeling. Say here and then Queen simply makes sense. That's good. Yeah, you end up with this big man. Also, Conscription Notice putting in a lot of effort here. Conscription Notice actually tips the scales in our favor slightly, which is cool. Yeah, in runs like this, I hope to not have too many more runs like this where it's like, oh, well, because normally I feel like it's just, I lose based on small mistakes more than big mistakes, but when I lose based on something that feels like a big mistake, like, oh, I should have taken energy instead of draw, I should have rebuilt my game plan. I mean, I didn't even notice the duplicate mistake until the second playthrough when I made it again and went, oh, wait a minute. So, you know. I think it's worthwhile to replay and just take another look through. Not a good reason to really do anything else there. I do have to watch Husk Hermit. He will die slowly. Okay, as well. He will die over time though, there's no doubt. So I have to be sure that I'm giving him healing occasionally. Ritual first. I could Nexus spike him, but I need to wait. I have a frozen adaptive mutation, so I can wait like an extra 2 turns, I think, before I really have to play around it. So Ritual. Because I need a Wildwood Sap up the Sentient, I think. Yeah, that looks the most correct to me. Because remember, Adaptive Mutation full heals when you play it, so the longer we wait to pull the trigger, the better off we are. Good double up here. I'd like to be able to play one more card, but I think this is fine. Yeah, he goes up to 109 with a 135 times 2, and the root will mean we don't die to mini-bosses, so yeah, from here it's all good. Good draw, makes things nice and easy for me. This is a little annoying. But I have the regen to keep the Sentient full HP, plus the quick, so I'm just going to spend all my restores here. This is the part where the Tempered Talisman actually makes a big difference. It takes a long time for it to I mean, it made a lot of difference throughout the run, really. But this is the part where it really makes a big difference, because now 2 restores equalize the Divinity's damage in a turn, which helps you keep up, I think. Plus Steel Enhancer. It's a lot of little pieces that keep you high on HP here. Yeah, a good replay. I do think that this is worthwhile, though. And I've said that a lot of times now, but like, I got nothing else to say, really. I think the lesson is learned, and I'm probably going to try to be a little... I mean, I've said this a lot of times, I'm going to try to be a little more thoughtful in my runs, and then I don't. because ultimately how I feel today and how I feel tomorrow are going to be different things. But yeah, I was thinking about it and I was like, well, is it really that easy? Is it really just one or two different choices? And the answer is yeah. I gotta not be day one tilting against multi-strike. I think that's the thing, right? The odds are against me losing when I lost, I think, but playing around, getting my damage scaling up and winning with just one multi-strike makes a lot more sense to me than playing around hitting another multi-strike. That makes more sense now. But I also think that the way that I played this replay is wrong. It just hits and the other one does not, right? But you know what? That's fine. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.